Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we're doing something a little bit different. Today, I am here to tell you that I am the proud coach of the Toronto Typhlosions of the Pokemon Masters League. Now you might be thinking, what? You might be thinking, what? And you also might be thinking, where's the face cam? I know at least one of you might be thinking about the face cam thing. But basically, the Pokemon Masters League consists of 12 different coaches going up against each other. Weekly games, which I'll be posting on this channel as well. You might keep an eye on here. It might be in streams. It might be actual videos like this. Now, we did the draft throughout the week, and we finished it, and we have our teams ready to go. Week 1 starts Monday. Now, when the game is actually going to take place, I don't know yet, but keep an eye out, because frankly I'm going to win this. But anyways, I have to prepare for the game, and I thought, what better way to do it than to record it? So without further ado, let's meet the team that your boy has picked. Now, if you're also wondering what happened to the face cam, I kind of took that out because it was messing up the whole thing. But anyways, so my first pick, so basically if you don't know, we play with GB rules where it's different tiers. You pick one for tier 1. Well, I'm just going through this right here. And basically this list, I picked for my tier 1 the boy Garchomp. Now, I'll be real here, I have no idea why I picked Garchomp. I actually used Garchomp a couple of times, and when I did use him, his speed was outrageous, and I just wrecked house with him. Like, literally, I had a good time using Garchomp. Of course, that was with game, not in competitive, so we'll see how competitive Garchomp lines up. But either way, I think it was a good choice. I'm still not too sure. Picking Garchomp, he is a hard hitter, so that's pretty good. Plus, it's Dragon type, which Dragon types all in all are pretty offensive typings. So, Garchomp, my boy, is Dragon Ground. And if you guys don't know what that means, it's just this typing and basically these typings. If you guys don't know about typing, what are you doing on this video? Anyways, I needed some coverage on Garchomp, so my second choice on tier 2, so we pick one from each tier, just 5 tiers, one from each tier. Anyways, Ferrothorn. So if you guys don't know, Ferrothorn is grass, steel, and one of Garchomp's type weaknesses is fairy, so it kind of covers it out because your boy Steel does good against fairy types. So yeah. Was gonna, sorry, I haven't really used Ferrothorn a lot, but, I kind of, like, went in this commotion of, like, well, what teams could I use? And then I just saw Ferrothorn lying there. I'm like, I haven't really used Ferrothorn. Its ability is really useful, I think it's Barb Skinned, where if it makes contact, they get damaged as well, so that's Ferrothorn, you're the real one. It's a good setter, which is mainly why I did it. Spikes, Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes. Creative names there, Pokemon. Spikes, Toxic Spikes. That's mainly why I used it, to be honest. But unbeknownst to me, another reason is because Gyro Ball on Ferrothorn is kind of crazy. So if you guys don't know, Gyro Ball does more damage the more the Pokemon weighs. Look at that. It looks like it weighs like 50 million tons. It's kind of insane how much Gyro Ball does to the opposite team. So that's why I kind of picked Ferrothorn. And to make a good core, which is basically get a good setup with Ferrothorn, I was going to do Primarina, a fairy water type. And it would be awesome because, you know, Ferrothorn is steel grass. So basically, you can't go near a fire type because it's ×4 weak to it. And so I thought, damn, I really need a water type. So Primarina works on that sense. And also, because it's steel typing, it can handle stuff that would kind of screw over Primarina. At the same time, Primarina can kind of handle stuff that screws over Ferrothorn. However, the perfect world, psych, you thought. So come around when I picked tier 3, Primarina was kind of, I think Primarina was actually tier 4. But either way, Primarina was kind of snipped for me. So my tier 3 ended up being the Zoroark. I'll be real with you, I have no idea why I picked this mon. So Zoroark is pure dark. It's weak to bug and fighting, I believe. That's all it's weak to. Oh, and fairies. Fairies kind of messed up the game. I kind of picked it because of the illusion, so kind of just to confuse the hell out of people when I bring it in. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I brought it in. It also is it's a glass cannon. It really hits hard. And looking back at the team, I kind of regret not picking more bulk because I'm pretty offensive, but my offense, my defense, it doesn't exist. And that's really all I have to say for Zoroark. I have no other reason why I chose him. Now, going back to the draft rules, you picked one from each tier except for tier 3. Tier 3, you picked 2 from tier 3. So my second choice from tier 3 was the boy Lycanroc. Now Lycanroc is another glass cannon. I don't know how else to say it, but it also kind of handles one of weaknesses I have with Ferrothorn. It's a rock type. It can handle well against fire types. Silrock, I think is how I pronounce it, and if I do Choice Specs, Silrock, which I think Choice Specs increase speeds. I'm not really into competitive, but one of those things increases speed. I can hit pretty hard against a fire type that wants to mess with me. Alright then. So that actually ended up working pretty nice. Plus, it's a wolf. So, but yet again, no defense. My best defensive mon is something that's ×4 weak to fire. And in retrospect, my opponent that I'm facing, if I remember correctly, doesn't have a lot of fire types. So I might bring Ferrothorn into this battle, I might not. I don't know. So my tier 4 mon has to be my mascot, Typhlosion. And I originally picked Typhlosion because, you know, it's a mascot, and I did research on it, and apparently eruption on this thing is crazy. But then, you know, I was in the draft, and a lot of people was like, yo, Red, I can't wait to see that Choice Specs Burnout. I was like, what? I didn't even know Burnout was even a move, but apparently it's good, so yeah. Looking back, like, it wouldn't have been the best choice to choose Typhlosion. It's just that, you know, I had to pick the mascot because it would be kind of messed up if it didn't. Some people actually didn't choose their mascots. I found that pretty interesting, but I mean, and this is not if you don't want to use a mascot, you don't want to use mascot. Who might judge? But still, I find it pretty interesting. Anyways, I picked it mainly because it was a mascot, and I know it's a hard hitter. The only problem is that if it goes on spikes, stealth rocks, or toxic spikes, I'm pretty much screwed. So that's why I'm relying on the first 4 to do my hitting business, and I'll leave Typhlosion for the main trouble. Anyways, my 5th mon from tier 5 is Glalie, an ice type. So why did I pick Glalie? No idea. Actually, I do know, because I kind of have a water type weakness. So if you could see, Garchomp is part ground, which is weak to water. Lycanroc Day, which is fully rock, is weak to water. Typhlosion is weak to water, and you might say, why did I pick Glalie? To be honest, I don't know if it gets freeze dry or not, but if it does, that's one of the reasons why. And if it doesn't, it's because I need an ice type. What I was trying to do with this team is to have as many typings as possible, with trying to create an equal team. It kind of goes hand in hand together, it kind of doesn't at the same time. But that's what I was trying to do with this team, trying to find the most typings I can fit in 11 mons, while trying to create like a somewhat balanced team. And Glalie just happened to be one of the typings I snuck in. There were 3 typings that I couldn't get in. I think it was like bug, fighting, and I don't know, come up. It'll come up. If you guys know the typings, you don't hear me say, you know. Oh, and electric. There you go. Those are the 3 typings that I've never used that I didn't sneak into make the cut. And Glalie, the pure ice type, did. Now we can have a fire type weakness too. I mean, mainly between Glalie and Ferrothorn, but I feel like I have fire types covered with Garchomp, Lycanroc Day, and I'm pretty sure Zoroark can also handle fire types, so none of that. My Mega, because each team was allowed 1 Mega, is Mega Audino. So if you guys don't know, Mega Audino is Fairy. And if you recall early on in the video, I said that I wanted a Fairy type to make a good matchup with Ferrothorn, the Steel type. Sadly, that didn't happen, and it kind of messed up, and I was looking at the team, I was like, well, I need a Fairy type. And to be frank, Mega Audino just kind of fell into my hands from there. I've never used Mega Audino. I know I picked it because it was Fairy type, and I need a Fairy type. It also handles, it's also part normal, and its Fairy typing also handles one of its weaknesses, but also gives it more weaknesses, so I don't know what's going on there. But I feel like Audino, if I use Audino correctly, it can be a pretty decent wall that also hits decently. That's why I picked Audino. Now, those were all the core mons I picked. Now, each team was given 400 points to pick 4 more mons that they wanted to use from any tier. So tier 1 was 180 points, tier 2 was 120 points, tier 3 was 100 points, tier 4 was 60, and tier 5 was 40 points. So I'm gonna say what tier they're from. I'm gonna say why I chose them, because here specifically I needed to have reason for it. And I'll say what I hope for them to do, because really I have envisioned what I want them to do here. So the first legendary on our team is Hoopa Unbound, aka Ringmaster. Great creative name, I know, but the minute I was just Skyping with State the other day, I was like, yo, look at my team. And I called him the Ringmaster so that State knows who I'm talking about, because he doesn't really catch up with Pokemon, if you guys don't know. And it kind of sticked with me. It's just like, that's actually a pretty decent nickname. I suck at nicknames. It's a terrible nickname, but I like it. So for now, I'm calling it Ringmaster. And Ringmaster, I hope, is gonna steal this show with its Psychic Dark typing. Now, if you come at me with a Bug type, I'm pretty much screwed with this guy. But he's a pretty decent wall breaker. And Psychic types and Dark types, I don't know about Dark types, but I know Psychic types are pretty decently in their special attack. Another thing that came apparent with me is I have a fighting type weakness. Ferrothorn, Steel, weak to fighting. Zoroark, Dark, weak to fighting. Lycanroc, Day, weak to fighting. Glalie, weak to fighting. So I needed someone with psychic typing. And originally, in a perfect world, again, I was going to pick Mega Alakazam, but sadly, that was only because I had Primarina on my original team. But sadly, because Primarina was kind of taken away from me, I had to adapt to the situation. So I picked Hoopa Unbound. And honestly, I'm not complaining. I would have Hoopa Unbound before Mega Alakazam, and he was tier 1, costing 180 points. So, yeah. Actually, I had more points than the average Joe because of the Mega pick, but I'm not going to get into that because it's going to make the video even longer than the speech. So, now my second pick is Gengar. So Gengar is Ghost Poison, and Gengar is there to handle the problem of fairy types, because most people pick fairy types, and I understand why. It's a good counter to a lot of offensive Pokemon. Garchomp, for example. It's a good counter for Garchomp. So I was kind of screwed with only having one Pokemon that doesn't even really serve the purpose of attacking. I picked Ferrothorn to serve the purpose of being a physically defensive wall that to set up and to hit if it needs to. Highlight if it needs to. I'm not throwing out Ferrothorn out there just to kind of a rough scup people just for the lulz. I'm putting Ferrothorn there for the stealth rocks. That's its main purpose. If it has to fight, it will fight. It can stand its own. But I needed another Mon to do its job, which is why I picked Gengar, which is Ghost Poison. Gengar, I believe, is tier 2, so I still had quite a bit of points left. I didn't know who to choose from here, so I decided to go with another legend. Like I said, fighting types kind of mess up my team, and I'm not comfortable only having one solution to a problem. I like to have options, so the next one, Tornadus, pure flying type. And now I was struck between, because you can switch out mons, I was kind of struck between removing Gengar for Thundurus, which gives me an electric typing, which gives me another weakness to ground, but as you can see, I kind of... Oh, wait. I actually can't touch ground type, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing I didn't. Oh, wait, never mind. It gives me... Oh, sorry. I'm stupid. It gives me a weakness to ice. And I have ice types in the bag. But in the end of the day, I thought that Gengar would be more valuable member than Thundurus was. So I went with Tornadus, the fighting type, to deal with our flying type, to deal with our... Excuse me. To deal with our fighting problem. And now with this, I kind of feel comfortable, but there's still one thing at the back of my mind. I need a water type. This whole thing of me taking a Primarina being taken away from me kind of messed my senses up. It really did. Like, I didn't realize I needed a fairy type until I picked Mega Audino, and I didn't realize I needed a water type until late in the draft. So I drafted Mr. Seismitoad, who had to be shrunk down because he couldn't fit with the rest of his friends. Sad face. And I was kind of looking at it, and I thought it was a pretty decent situation where I was at, because water types are weak to grass, electric. I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, grass and electric. And Seismitoad is water ground, so that means it's gonna get destroyed by grass types. And it also gains another flying type weakness. But I thought, hey, at least it loses an electric type. Which, again, in retrospect, I should have thought that out more. But I picked Seismitoad basically just because of its water typing. I did some research and I saw that it was pretty decent. The research was quite a bit ago, so I don't know what it was decent at. So Seismitoad is kind of there. I don't expect it to bring into a lot of our matchups. Don't expect it to see it. I also need to come up with nicknames on all of them. I only have a nickname for two of them actually. I have Ringmaster, the Hoop Unbound, and Tornadus. I'm gonna call him Genie from Aladdin. Alright, so week 1, we're going to face the Santa Crustle. I don't know. Crustle. I hate that Pokemon anyways. So, I can't explain why they chose it, but I'm just going to go through what typing there are and go from there. So, the first tier 1 Mon they drafted was Victini, and I just realized Victini's too far up. Oh well. So yeah, they have a Victini which is Fire... Psychic. I really hope Garchomp and Lycanroc can really just deal with the problem. If not, I can send in Hoopa, which I don't know who to... I have 3 options to deal with Victini, which I'm pretty stoked about, because Victini kind of hits hard. It's kind of crazy, and it's really fast, so it's a real threat. So, I don't know. So, tier 2, they have Gliscor, which another thing I have to worry about, because of its typing has the advantage of not being weak to electric types too, but it also gets well, there it goes. It also gets destroyed by ice types. So I'm really hoping Glalie, because it's not the best mons, Glalie could handle this Gliscor. So here's hoping. Next is Haxorus, which I'm pretty sure is just Dragon type, if not Dragon Dark. Don't quote me on that though. And my hopes and dreams, Mega Audino can just come in there and be like, hey, yo, what's up? I don't know if anyone else on my team can learn any Fairy types move, but I mainly hope of doing Mega Audino, so here's hoping. Next, I have Cobalion. I don't have Cobalion. Centaurusal has Cobalion. It's a fighting steel type. Very interesting typing. Don't know who I want to who to deal with him. So so it's fighting steel. I hope Typhlosion can deal with it, but realistically, Cobalion. Cobalion's a legendary, so he already has the advantage there. So I hope Typhlosion doesn't get screwed over. That's all I can do is just hope that Typhlosion doesn't get messed up fighting Cobalion. So here's hoping. So the next one they have is Sneasel. Now Sneasel and Weavile is just no. They're fast and they hit hard. That's all you need to know about them. And I have a couple solutions to fight them. It's just that it's just a scary thought. What are my solutions even weak to them? So I don't even know if I basically have two solutions. It's just a scary thought how I would go up against a Sneasel. I have no idea who to choose with it yet. I'm gonna build a team on this video too. I don't know. I'm just gonna pause it, build a team up, and then I'll explain who I choose. Anyways, Miltank. Oh boy, that one I'm scared about too. I'm scared about a lot of these mods, to be honest. Miltank. Alright. Now, the crazy part about this is Miltank is normal type. Surprisingly, I don't have anything to deal with normal types, but I'm sure I can whip one of my mons knows a fighting type move. Now, what do I do with Miltank? Because Miltank, if you guys don't know, Whitney's Miltank is quite a big thing in the Pokemon community. And it's for a good reason. Rollout on Miltank plus Miltank, I've never did Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver to begin with, but I've seen it in action, and it's just a scary thought to go up against it. So, phrase of the stream, phrase of the video. Guys, remember when I used to do that? It's just a scary thought. It really is. That's what you can hear me a lot to say. Mega Scizor, I'm not too worried about that because of Typhlosion, and because I feel like if Typhlosion can't handle it, I feel like I can outpower it with Garchomp. So I'm not too worried about that. So here's hoping, I guess. Next, the 4 extra mons are Milotic, which is a pure water type. Again, Glalie, if no freeze type. Up to you. That's actually a really cool thought. And another thing I can use to go up against it, I'm hoping someone knows an electric type move, because again, I want to say Ferrothorn is not one of the mons I'm going to use as an attacker, but I guess because of my Milotic, I'm going to have to do it. The Ferrothorn's going to kind of have to know a water type move to handle this Milotic, because if not, water types kind of are scary on my team. Rotom, no. So I'm pretty sure this is Ghost Electric, or sorry, no, this is Ghost Grass or Electric Grass, either way. I don't know how to deal with them, to be honest. I want to do Garchomp, because I don't think Garchomp's going to go up against anyone else in this team. Realistically, in an ideal world, I don't think Garchomp's going to go up against anyone on this team. So I feel like Garchomp would be a pretty good counter to Rotom. So Alakazam. So again, I have Hoopa Unbound, which is going to kind of screw up Alakazam. That's literally all I'm hoping. And Ribani, the fairy type, which is why I have so many causes to fight fairies. I only have 2 actually, which is kind of in my book, but oh well, what can you do? So I have 2 options, Gengar and Ferrothorn. You guys already know what I'm going to say about Ferrothorn, so I hope Gengar can do the damn thing. Now, I'm going to pause the video and create a quick team here. Now, the hardest thing, I already know what it's going to be, is actually creating the team, because I have to predict which mons everyone's gonna bring. So I have to kind of bring moves that kind of help against all of them at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I actually don't know. So I'm just gonna go a quick break. You're not gonna know, right? And we're back. I was just to say right now, but it's been literally half an hour since I paused the video, and I had to rebuild this team like countless times. So I don't even know if this is what the original plan was anymore. But I know these are the ones I wanted, so ignore the horrible nicknames. So first up, we have Ringmaster, the Hoopa Unbound, holding the leftover, and I decided to bring it because it can do damage to a lot of Santa Crustal's mons. I'm just looking right here. It can take on Miltank. It can take on Mega Scizor. It can take on Melodic, should Melodic come. It could take on Victini and Alakazam. It could take on... That's it. But that's 5 out of 11. So I hope all the mons it could take on, that they show up. And that's the plan. And I chose Ringmaster, like I said, it was just something that I called so State could understand, like, hey, look at that one. The one looks like a Ringmaster. I was like, I'm ascended. So that's Ringmaster. So I didn't pay too much attention. To this. I kind of just went with what it said, a bulky special sweeper. I don't care. So yeah, sure, whatever. Next, I have to go here. Next, we got Spikes the Ferrothorn. Now, I decided to bring Ferrothorn because it is the city upper. Wait, you can take on. So yeah, as you can see, I did not bring Glalie. That was last minute changes. So I have Stealth Rock, Thunderbolt, Gyro Ball, and Energy Ball. And here I am saying, Spikes is not going to attack people. Well, here we are. Spikes is attacking people. So I'm hoping to start with Spikes, get these rocks out, and then just dip. Depending on who Santa Crustal sends out, I'm just hoping we just go in and out. Should we get in a predicament where we have to stay in, I have Gyro Ball and Thunderbolt. So if that Melodic wants to pull up, and also Gyro Ball, just who wants Gyro Ball. So I chose Spikes. It wasn't Spikes. I did a search on the internet for Ferrothorn, and I saw Spikes was one of them. I was like, sure, why not? It kind of fits. I was gonna go with something like, I don't know what this. I was gonna do Slinky, but oh well, it doesn't even fit it. So Spikes fit it more. Pyro, the Typhlosion, holding the choice specs. Oops. That's due to one of my people from the Discord. All right. I don't know how I feel about this move, but we have Burn Up, Earthquake, Flamethrower. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that Cobalion, the Sneasel, and the Rotom should not be a problem. Should the Cobalion prove to be a more difficult situation, we can do Earthquake, so that we can also handle Mega Scizor. I'm trying to affect as much Pokemon as possible, so that even if he just brings something I didn't come up with, I can still somewhat deal with them. So yeah, Pyro, the Typhlosion, doesn't really fit Typhlosion. I just thought of Pyro because it was Fire type. So next we have Joy, our Mega Autono, which at this point is going to be Autono, holding the Autoknight. I didn't go through with that, but we're just going for it. Might as well. So Ringmaster's holding the leftover, so I want Ringmaster to live. Ferrothorn, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to give it a Rocky Helmet because it's kind of a douchebag move. Citrus Berry, and of course I did Pyro and everyone else. All right. So I keep accidentally minimizing it. Sorry. Funny thing about Joy, it's nicknamed after Nursejoy because in Fish Gen, it was there and with Nursejoy. Calm Mind, I'm not too sure what I want to do with her. I mean, listen. like stuff is about to go down here. Like Calm Mind, if I can successfully get a Calm Mind out, it's gonna be like Dream Team all over again. That's in Dream to handle um the Haxorus, who also, by the way, Haxorus and Cobalion both have Z crystals, so that's something I might want to look into. Actually, wait, executive decision. I forgot who my two Z mounts were. Give me a second. One momento, please. Alright, so I'm back. Hello. The only mon I have that can use Z Crystal is Jaws, so I might just whatever he has, which is Focus Slash. I don't know about that. Anyways, we have No Shorehorn, the Otter Knight, with Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, and Drain Punch. So, Calm Mind just to power up everything. Dazzling Gleam is to handle the Haxorus. Flamethrower is to handle Cobalion, Cecil, Cobalion, Cecil, Mega Scissor, and Rotomore. I feel like that would be good enough. I actually don't have anything to deal with two other mons, so I might just do a change here in a sec. I'm changing it. Executive decisions ×2. Next we have Jaws, which Jaws, I don't know. Jaws you can hold. I mean, I really want that out. Cobalion to be gone. We're gonna do this. Grand EMC. We'll see how that goes for Cobalion. Anyways, Cobalion, I can handle a lot of different ones. Anyways, so Aqua Tail, Brick Break, Dragon Pulse, and Earthquake. So Aqua Tail is there. As I just said, we didn't have anything for Gliscor. So we have Victini gets affected by it. Gliscor gets affected by it. That's it. Brick Break, again, Cobalion. I'm really working on this Cobalion because I really think it's going to be a problem. Cobalion, Sneasel, Miltank, Mega Scizor in general, Rotomore. No, it's a Ghost type. Never mind. So yeah, that's actually pretty decent. Then we have Dragon Pulse again for the Haxorus. We're really trying to get that Haxorus, and Earthquake for the Cobalion, Sneasel, and the Mega Scizor, and also Victini. Victini's also there. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, what do I name a Zoroark? Like, it's really hard to nickname something that you can't nickname it, because if you nickname it too specific to Zoroark, they're gonna know. The whole point of Zoroark is to have the element of surprise, and I feel like having a random name kind of ruins that too, but we're gonna go with Bob. We have Dark Pulse yet again, so Dark Pulse is here to handle Victini as well. I kind of ignore that side of Victini. Dark Pulse is also there to handle Alakazam. It's also there to handle Rotomo, because I'm pretty sure it's Ghost type. I didn't search it up, my bad. Extra Sentry to handle, I guess it's just a neutral move because none of them get affected by Extra Sentry. Shadow Ball, handle Rotomo again, and I think that's pretty much it. And it's also pretty much decent move. Flamethrower to handle all of the above. So Rabombi and Gliscor really aren't affected too much by this team, and I don't like that. So, executive decision. We're gonna trade something for that. Let's see. I feel like you have a decent move. Joy, you gotta step up. Joy, you're gonna replace. You don't know any poison moves. Joy, what are you doing with your life? Joy. Oh no, did I really pick Mons? Do hidden power poison, I guess. I mean, or is that worse? Alright, never mind. We also have Rabombi for Dryball. And Rabombi kind of. Alright, if there's ever a Mon, let's see, Thunderbolt to handle that. Let's see, Big Break, Dark Pulse. I feel like the minute I'm there, it can live a thing, and if it doesn't, oh well. Cobalion might be the end of my team, but so could that Rabombi. Alright. Thought my logic might be an end of team 2, but... One cannot... No, wait, Joy, do you know any electric type moves? You do. Nice. Alright, let's get rid of flamethrower for that. And then we'll get rid of... And then you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. You say he's just... Okay, sidekick, just really not that much, so we're just gonna go... And I say, you gong shot, sidekick. There you go. That way we have a way to manage for Bombi. Oh, oops. Keep messing it up. I do realize that Thunderbolt also helps for Bombi, because isn't Rabombi part flying? Let's see, Rabombi. What are you? Oh, really? Bug Fairy. Oh, bro, I have a whole mon for you. Anyone, I think I'm pretty much set then. I mean, like, Pyro can handle you. I just got rid of Flamethrower. You can't handle it. You. So if you have 3 mons, yeah. Yeah, I like it like this. So, anyways, guys, that does it for this week's team building episode. I was kind of out of place, kind of disorganized. I know, but it's the first one, so what can you expect? I will see you guys next time when I replay our game, because I feel like recording it's gonna be too much stress to record it and play at the same time. So I'll record it, yes, no commentary, and then I'll just post commentary it. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.